Hi guys, this is me, Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA, with old Shaky Jake in his hand. This is Kingsland, Texas. This is June the 29th, 2017, at about 10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. I just checked the mail and we didn't got any. We didn't get any mail today. I've got tears in all three eyes. And I'm driving down the road here in Kingsland, Texas. This is Highway 1431. Gasoline here is 204.9. For those of you that want to know that, the temperature is 86 degrees, and it'll probably be much hotter than that as the day goes by. But anyway, so what we're going to do is a little driving video, and I'm going to mention something that happened to me. Well, actually, it started on Monday. Here it is. As you know, I just returned from a camping trip in the White House, gone for about 5 weeks, and prior to leaving, I put my water on vacation, which is a good idea. That saves me $60 a month. And I also put my Wi-Fi service, Rise Broadband, which provides rural internet service in about 8 states in the USA, Texas being one of them, and I have their service. And anyway, I pay like $28 a month, including all taxes and fees, for about 50 gigabytes a month, and I don't use that much. So I called Rise Broadband before I left, and I told them I was going to be gone. They said, well, why don't you just put it on vacation? That way it'll only cost you $10 a month as opposed to $30 a month or whatever. And I said, fine. So I did that. So anyway, I'm gone for 5 weeks, come back. On Monday, I got an email showing a bill of $59 and something. And I thought, wonder what that's for. So I called them on the phone and explained to them that I had just gotten back from vacation and had called to have my service restarted, which they had done. And now I get this bill for $59, and I wanted to know why. And they said, well, that's how much it is. And I said, well, no, it's not. I was only paying $29 a month when I put it on vacation hold, and they told me that when I restarted it, the rate would remain the same. So they did. They said, oh, okay, well, we'll start a ticket, whatever that means, and in a couple of days we'll have it corrected and everything will work out. So that was on Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, nobody called. So I called today and talked with them about it, and as it turns out, the code for my rate plan no longer exists, and they cannot restart my service at the old rate plan. They have to put you on a new plan, which requires either a 1-year or 2-year commitment, and I don't want either one of those. So as I explained to them, I said, look, you're the guys that recommended putting it on vacation, so what's the problem? You know, put me back on the old rate. Well, we can't because that code no longer exists. So then they put me up to tier 2 or whatever it is, another level. They couldn't do it either. Then they sent me to the marketing department. The marketing department can't do it either. Then they sent me to customer resolutions, whatever that is. And the little girl said, oh, I'll check into it because I have access to some things that the other ones. But anyway, ultimately, she couldn't do anything either. And she said, well, here's what I can do. I can put you on a rate plan that's a little more, but you know, it'll be good for 6 months. I said, well, wait a minute, what happens after 6 months? Well, then it goes to $60 a month or whatever it was. Well, I don't want that. I want my old rate plan back. Well, they can't do it, and they couldn't. Well, you couldn't is one way to say it. Wouldn't is another way to say it. I think it's a case of wouldn't. So, having said that, I cancel my service immediately, and of course that just saves me $30 a month because I can use my hotspot on my Verizon plan or my phone and have internet access using my phone hotspot. It was just more convenient to have it over the air, have a separate service. You know, that way I didn't have to have my phone on all the time or the hotspot on all the time. So anyway, canceled the service. That was the end of that. But then I got to thinking about it, and you know, that happens. These large corporations, they don't, customer service, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Anyway, this is the slab. This is a low water bridge near Kingsland, Texas. It's called the slab because this is like a cement slab, and it's also a slab of granite rocks all around it. This is the Llano River. Let me get up here and I'll slow down a little bit and show you the river. And then we'll talk some more about corporate crap. Anyway, this is the Llano River in central Texas. That river right there and the Colorado River form Lake LBJ, which is the lake that's here in Kingsland, Texas. But it is a nice little lake, and this is a pretty little river. It's pretty much a spring-fed river. When it rains, this thing really gets out of hand. But it's pretty clear. The water's nice, and today it's not busy. This is Thursday, of course, and July the 4th is coming up. Starting Saturday, this coming Saturday, day after tomorrow, this place will be packed. I mean packed. And I'll come by here starting Saturday. I'll come by Saturday morning when I come to check the mail, and I'll show you. You'll see the difference. I mean, there will be a lot because, well, if you get there at 10 o'clock in the morning, it may not be too crowded, but by around noon and a little after lunch, it will be slam. And they actually built a little turnaround here because a lot of people do just what I'm doing, and that's turn around. And that's one of the things I like about this short wheelbase pickup, is that you can turn around in a small circle, which makes it very nice, particularly when you're boondocking or dispersed camping. But anyway, now we're headed back down to the Llano River, and now that you know what it is, I will talk some more about corporate no customer service. But isn't that sad though? I mean, I go on vacation, had it on hold. It was a good service. It was like 5 megabytes download, 1 or 2, 1 up. It's slow, but for $29 a month, I thought it was a pretty good deal, and it was. But now it doesn't exist. I don't know what they have to pay to get a customer, but they didn't make any real effort to keep one. You can't tell me that there's a code. Well, I guess you could. It could be that. Anyway, that's the Llano River. That's looking north. It's very nice. And a lot of people, I used to come down here, spend the afternoons. In the winter, it's really nice too. But again, it will be slammed in a few days, and we'll come look at it then, and you'll see a mega difference. But this is near Kingsland, Texas, which is northwest of Austin, a few miles. There's some people there that are enjoying the river, and there's another guy parked there, but they'll be parked for a mile down this road. Anyway, back to the corporate crap. It's amazing. And we talk about artificial intelligence and all that sort of thing. It's just going to get worse. That's all. I mean, there's not going to be, you're not going to be well, it's almost there now. You can't talk to a human. I mean, at least now I was talking to humans. But, have you ever, I know you have, called into a company and it says, select option 1 if it's this, option 2 if it's that, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And none of those options fit the exact problem that you have. But they don't have any other options. And if you select any other ones, it says, you have selected an invalid option. Please select one of the following. You just go into that loop, okay? Have you had that happen? Yeah, I have. And then option 2, you get somebody that can't speak your language, and that's very frustrating. And is that going to get any better? No. In my opinion, it's going to get a lot worse. Because pretty soon, if you don't do it over the internet, it ain't going to get done. Because they're already working on that now. Because whenever you call in now, they'll say, well, please check our website and do this and do that. Do it on the website. Don't call us. We don't want to talk to you. And that's the way it is. And why do they do that? Because that maximizes profit, and that's all it's about, is money, 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 money. And would I do any different? Depend. I probably not, because if you're going to be competitive and stay in business, you got to do things that enable you to compete. So anyway, this is more of a vent. I'm venting because I really was aggravated. I really was, because when somebody tells me that somehow this code for the plan that I was on disappeared, and the only codes available are all more expensive and require a 1 or 2 year contracts, that smells like a little BS to me, you know what I mean? Or else they have it in the system. Okay, we'll tell them to go on vacation, and when they come back, we got them. Well, they got them all right, but they're going to lose customers. Maybe that doesn't matter. Well, of course, in a rural area like me, I don't have many options, and they know that. But of course, they didn't realize that I had the unlimited plan with Verizon, and I could drop their service, and I did. So actually, it ends up, it saves me $30 a month. And does it cause me any issues at all? No, other than it may be a little difficult to drive my printer wirelessly, even though I have a wireless printer. For some reason, using the phone as a hotspot and then my Chromebook to drive the printer, there's a little trick in there. And but anyway, I'll work on that later. But the beauty of this is, you know, less is more, man. The less crap you have, the more freedom you have. In other words, just don't have any of that crap. No internet, you know, I mean, none like that. No Wi-Fi service. I mean, right now I've just got a smartphone, and it costs me $81 a month because I get 15% off. That's unlimited, basically unlimited data. I don't know that I've ever been throttled. Maybe I have. I didn't notice it. And as far as uploading videos, works fine. I upload videos every day, 2 or 3, and no issues there at all. So I think that's where everybody's going to end up eventually, you know, because right now AT&T is rolling out a rural service in my area. It'll probably be here in about 6 months. And in other rural areas across the U.S., it's part of the agreement they made with the FCC whenever they did something. I can't remember what it was now, but they agreed to provide rural internet service, a minimum of 10 megabyte speeds, and so forth. So anyway, and it'll be very inexpensive. It's $10 for 50 gigs, and you buy it in 50 gigabyte increments. So if you want 100 gigabytes, you pay $20 a month plus tax, and with and so that would be much cheaper than what I had. So that's what I'll just, if I need external internet service, then I'll do the AT&T thing. Right now we're on a road that parallels the Colorado River. It's in Kingsland, Texas. These are all, well, a lot of these are vacation homes. Some of these people live here, are retired, you know, and live here full time, but there are several that are just for vacation only, like this one here on the left. You know, that place has been vacant for, you know, they only come here like once a year for a month or 2, and then that's it. And there's a lot like that, you know. But anyway, so what else to see? Verizon, just use Verizon. So anyway, I'm just going to use Verizon, and that's the end of that. And it works. You know, the hotspot works, even though it says, you know, you get 10 gigabytes at full speed, and then it may be throttled if you're on a busy tower. You know, am I on a busy tower out here? I don't know. How do I know? I looked at it. I didn't see anybody there. So again, we're cruising down in Kingsland, Texas, for those of you that enjoy these short little drives and me blabbing. But anyway, it's interesting what can happen, you know, with the best intentions. You know, my intention, of course, was to save money. Did I? Yeah. Oh, and then the bill, the $50 bill or whatever it was, 60, whatever it happened to be, that was out there, they wanted me to pay that. I said, "What, are you nuts?" "Well, you know, you got to pay that." I said, "Well, wait, I haven't even, my service runs from the 20th of the month to the 19th of the following month." I said, "Hell, here it is. It's you know, 27th. Just charge me for 8 days." "Oh, we can't prorate it." Well, I hear you can't prorate it. Here is a Road Trek RS, but it's not for sale. It's just parked in the driveway. But it is neat. That silver's not too bad. You know, RS is, for my first initials are, so they could get by with that other stuff. So corporate crap, man. Is it gonna get better? No, no. Artificial intelligence. What it means is artificial emotionalist, without emotion or morality intelligence. In other words, just strict, pure logic. You know, without any humanity built in at all. And that's kind of where it's headed. I've even noticed people taking on that flavor. You know, my way or the highway, you know, that's it, bye. So Having said that, it gives me a little peace of mind to have shared my misery with somebody else. It was a little frustrating, but I always had the ace in the hole of saying stick it, and I basically did. And I kept telling the people I was talking to, said, look, I know it's not you, it's your corporation. And then when you start talking about the corporation, then who in that corporation actually removed that code or set it up so that you couldn't come back on that code? See, you'd never find that. You'd never, because what it is, some little coder or programmer in Timbuktu that's working on that system just erased that code, during a 60-day. They set up some new stuff while I was gone, apparently, and that old stuff was moved out, and of course I was on an old plan, and I'm sure they hated the hell out of that. Well, they cleaned me out, and they thought they'd upgrade me to something else, and it didn't work. But as far as paying this next bill, no, I've already called them, and they're going to issue me a full credit for that amount, and they're supposed to confirm it with an email today. I hear you. I hear you. Be patient, because it's never going to happen. Or how about I'll call you back? You know how long I was on hold? Nearly an hour. Resolving this issue, nearly an hour, resolving one issue. All I wanted to do was restart my service at the original rate, or the rate I had when I went on vacation. Anyway, we're still cruising on the streets, obviously. This is Kingsland, Texas, June the 29th, 2017. There's a big old fifth wheel. Boy, I tell you, man, you got to have a big rig to pull that. That's a Montana something. Montana high country. The illusion, yeah, you go pulling that thing through the mountains, you'll go in with black hair and come out with silver. I guarantee you. And if your trailer brakes fail, you're going to come out all right. Gasket. Oh, Shaky Jake, my phone. I'll tell you what I should have done. I should have turned there and I'd gone and showed you a place I used to live. In fact, I might. There's another way to get there. How long is this going? Well, that's gone on 17 minutes. No, I did. I lived over here at one time off a street called Hermosa, which means pretty in Spanish, or beautiful. Right by a golf course called, back then it was called Pack Saddle, and now they call it the Lighthouse. I used to have a golf cart and drive from my place over to the golf course, play golf. Living the good life. Living the good life, I guess. It was okay. I enjoyed it. I did. A lot of people live there, work their life and work, and then retire and buy a house on the golf course. That's their dream. And play golf. Well, what they don't realize, they get older, that golf is not that good on your back, particularly your back. It's good as far as your other muscles, your legs, and walking and doing all that stuff. It's probably pretty good for you, but sometimes leaning over to putt or swinging that club to see how far you can hit that little white ball. I'll get up here somewhere and end this video. We'll have to skip my old place today. Kingsland, Texas, permanent population, I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows, because it's not incorporated. It's part of Llano County. You don't have to pay city tax, obviously, but you do have to pay county and school tax. They don't have a police department. They don't have a mayor. Well, they've tried it about 6 times. They put it on the ballot to try to change it so that it would be, to incorporate it, but it's always voted down. These people here don't want to incorporate. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to do it either, because all it does is just add another layer of tax. As far as law enforcement, we got the county sheriff, we got DPS, you got narcotics task force. You ain't much telling what all you got up here. There's plenty of law enforcement. They don't have that much crime. There's some, but it's mostly drug related. That's it. Same way, same as that. It's just a small. Here comes somebody, or they're going after somebody. Somebody. Let me slow down. There I go. Whenever you meet an ambulance like that, you're supposed to slow down and pull over to the right. Well, I did, sort of. Okay. Let's see. But anyway, guys, thumbs up, Carpe Diem from Central Texas, USA. Thumbs up, Carpe Diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water. 3 quarts a day will not hurt you. 4 ain't gonna hurt you either. You may pee like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 peckered possum, but you will feel a lot better. Take deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep. Why? Because it relieves stress. Relieving stress lowers your blood pressure. Lowering your blood pressure, your heart doesn't have to work so hard and you'll live longer. Isn't that wonderful? You know, stretch, walk, keep your health. The whole thing's about health. That's why I do this little ending. It kind of formed over a year or so. But it's all about, that's all it's about. I'm 71. You know, without my health, I wouldn't be doing any of this camping stuff. I sure wouldn't be looking at a road trek. You know, I'd be sitting at home drooling on myself, I guess. But having said that, here we are in Kingsland, Texas. Got a lot of boats here. They'll have a big 4th of July fireworks show. They spend a lot of money on that. And I always wonder, well, yeah, I guess it's okay. You know, everybody's got to do what they got to do. Gasoline here, you know, just around from where that other gas station was, 201. That's the grocery store gas station. Anyway, I'm going to end the video, guys. So thumbs up to you guys again. Enjoy your day and get ready for July the 4th. It's coming soon. So bye-bye.